All right, looks like our stream is connecting now. Been live for 2 seconds, just wait until I can actually see something. There we go. The stream is live, so we can go ahead and switch over to Lichess here and get a couple of games started. Here we are on Lichess, looking for a new opponent. So far no viewers, but I'll just keep talking in case we get a viewer. I don't know how things go about this time on a Sunday, but we're gonna find out. So here we go, just usual King's Pawn opening. And looks like the, whatever that's called, it's slipping my mind right now. Not the Scandinavian, the Sicilian. We're just gonna go ahead and follow a normal opening for white. This is the Scotch game, basically. All right, and now we'll go ahead and accept the pawn trade. And we'll come out with the bishop here, back up that knight. Okay. Heavy trading so far. I don't really know the Sicilian very well, but I know it ends up like this a lot, where I just end up attacking that central pawn, and doesn't seem to be a big deal. So now what we're gonna do, come out here. Let's see how he wants to respond to that. Probably just with his bishop. Yep. Okay. And now we're going to back up that bishop for now until he comes down with his pawn on the 8. Oh, he's going to trade. More heavy trading. Okay. All right. So he kind of got me there. Now that's up. He's up by a pawn. Good move to my opponent, but we'll go ahead and go like this. That's probably not the right thing to do. Let's see. Instead, we'll do this. That gets us back to even on the pawns, but my bishop is kind of pinned. I'm gonna have to get my knight probably up here. I mean, my queen. If you watch my streams for long, you'll find that I call pieces by the incorrect names constantly. It's kind of my thing. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and castle. And we're gonna go ahead and threaten that knight with my rook. Okay. All right. He's going to take my bishop. So that puts him up by 3. Again, I made a poor calculation by not really thinking about what I'm doing. But we can go ahead and come on out with this knight. I'm down by a bishop, and he well, we have the same number of pawns, and he kind of just blocked that bishop, or that knight in. There I go, calling pieces by the wrong name. So, what do we need to do here? Move that knight to some place where it can actually develop, rather than just being trapped by that single pawn. Okay, so what's he thinking about? Probably attacking that. So we'll go ahead and come on up. And he also has an angle here. Okay, so he's backing up that position. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Let's see, I could go here. What if I go here with my knight? And this pawn is protected, not that it needs to be at the moment. Oh, look, I've got somebody in the chat. Luis, welcome. Oh, I've got 10. I haven't even looked at my stream statistics. I just thought I was sitting here talking to myself. Yeah, so I'm down by a bishop right now. For those of you that just came into the middle of the game, he started with a Sicilian opening. I started with a Scotch, something like the Scotch opening, and trying to figure out what to do here. I think we're going to go ahead and come on over with my rook to support this pawn so I can advance it here. Luis Anderson, where are you joining the stream from? And let's see. I'm gonna go like this. Now there's quite a stack. Okay. So we'll go up with the knight. No, the knight's not gonna do the trick there. I mean the rook. This is gonna be a bad exchange for me. Yeah, I've kind of blown this game. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I've definitely kind of blown it. Let's see here. So now he's looking at this sort of back rank mate, and if I were to advance this pawn, he'd still get the back rank mate because I wouldn't be able to escape that way. So I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and put that one up just in case, even though for now that space is protected. Okay, let's go here. And now what? Let's see. Yeah, I don't really have any good, like this game is lost. I'm just gonna go ahead and go up here, stack up even further against that bishop. Now he's attacking my knight. Go up here. Attacking my knight some more. Go here. Now my knight is pinned. So I go here. Yeah, so now there's nothing I can do to save my knight. I'm gonna go ahead and resign this game and get a fresh start here. We're playing 10-0 rapid games. Now I'm playing black. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, probably do a Petrov. Yeah. All right, how's he gonna follow up on the Petrov? He's already calculating on his second move. Is this a new player? Well, he's an 840, so he's about 80 points, 80 ELO less than me. Let's see. That's an interesting move. He did protect his pawn, so I need to do the same. And I'm gonna do it with my knight. Just basic 2 knights defense here. Okay, he wants to pin me against my queen, even though that knight is not actually protecting anything. But it is on the king's side. I'll just come out and break the pin so he doesn't mess up my pawn structure if he does decide to take. And now what we do, let's see. We're gonna go ahead and advance the D pawn there. See if he wants to engage in any kind of trading, really. What are you gonna do? Not gonna just let me have that, are you? What is happening here? He's trying to decide if he wants to complete the trade and take that knight. There you go. See, you're up by a pawn there. And now you can go down and take my bishop if you want and make another trade and we'll be even. But I'll have what appears to be better position. All right. So that's one approach. Don't know why you... Well, yeah, we're going to go like this. And now I've threatened the knight and the bishop. Let's see what happens here. What are you going to do about that? I think you might have posed yourself, my friend. His name is Yazi Bakur. Not sure. This isn't like chess.com where it actually tells you where people are from. What did he just do? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, he came down with the knight. Okay. I can see how you might want to do that. So that means you lose your bishop. All right. And now you're going to attack my queen. I'm just going to take this pawn, and being that I'm ahead by a full minor piece, I'm going to be fine if you decide to trade queens. Let's see what he does here. Yep, he's going to make the trade, and now I'm set up for the fork here if he doesn't do anything about that. Oh, he left the fork, although, I mean, he's going to get my rook. Oh, he actually forked it. I didn't see that. Wasn't paying attention. Okay, so how do I want to handle that? I'm going to go ahead and just jump in for the fork myself. And we'll still be ahead here because I'm going to get his rook. He's going to get my rook. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's any clever tactics here. Not really. I'm trying to think. I've got bots here in my chat. People saying hi, said hi, said hi. Are you guys bots? What are you doing? You're not bots? It's just weird. You see the chat history. It says hi, said hi, said hi. I don't understand. All right. Well, I'm ahead on this guy, but he did get me with that fork unexpectedly. But I have the opportunity to... Oh, no. That's not going to work. Okay. So we're just going to go here. Take another pawn, probably. And let's see. Before I do that, I'm going to see if I can get him to move in such a way that it lets my... No. I'm going to go ahead and take this pawn. Okay, he's going to put me in check. I'm just going to go here. And I do appreciate feedback on the games after the game is completed. I can't really have a coach during a rated game, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and put him in. Ooh, that would be bad. Let's see. gonna go here. Just get that pawn out of the way, and then I'll come back and threaten his rook. See what he wants to do about that. But he can't really afford to trade with me at all. He's down by 7 material points, a bishop and 2 pawns. But at the same time, I do have a queen that's just trapped over here. Or a queen, a freaking knight. Okay, so him moving that knight now allows me to bring my rook out. And hopefully his king can be relocated somewhere. No? Okay. So then I'll come over here and just threaten the rook. He can go ahead and take my bishop if he wants, but I'm going to take his rook. Of course, I'll lose 2 bishops for a rook. I'll still be ahead, but... Or no, his bishop is pinned. What am I talking about? I don't have to worry about that right now. Okay. So... I'm going to do that. Now what are you going to do, huh? Walls are closing in. Yazzie de Bakur. Somebody says only Bullets is worth playing, the game of Kangs. I believe it or not, I've never played Bullet. I started playing chess regularly back in February, and I've literally played nothing but Rapid 10. Okay, so he left me the option of doing a discovered attack, but there's not much I can do with it. Well, yeah, there is, actually. Let's see. I can go like this. And let's see what he wants to do with that. Okay. Now I can fork his knight and his rook. That should be useful, because I'm willing to sacrifice whatever pieces I have to. I've still got over 4 minutes. So even if I have to do a pawn rush to get a queen in order to checkmate him, I'll have plenty of time. We got 8 concurrent viewers. Has everybody said hello? Oh, trying to save his rook, I see. And he's going to come down here and start picking off pawns, I guess, which I'm going to have to let him get at least one, because I'm not going to just ignore this knight. And so now he's down to a rook, where I've got a rook, 2 bishops, and a knight. He's like... It's not looking good for him. I could just do this, and then he would have no choice but to take my rook with his rook, really, and then I would take back with my bishop. I would then lose my bishop, and so it'd be kind of a bad trade, but I'm so far ahead, I'm starting to think I should just do it. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, really? Huh. I wasn't quite expecting him to do that, but we'll just start getting pawns out of the way. I don't create a draw. Right. Okay, now if I go here, that puts him in check, and it puts him, and his only choice then will be to come back down here, and then I have to checkmate him, or I'll create a draw. So how do I avoid creating a draw? This is what I hate. Let's see. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and move the king here, and now he's stuck. Yeah, that's all he can do. And so now I just have to make sure I don't create a draw. Okay, I see what to do. We go, no. I could easily create a draw by accident here. If I go up. Okay, so I've got 1 minute to figure this out. Okay, so I've got him trapped in these two squares. If my knight comes down here, that puts him in check, and he has to go up here, and then I can checkmate him with my rook. I think that's what I'm, no, I can't put my knight there. What am I thinking about? Okay, I can move the rook over. That's checkmate right there. Why was that so hard for me to see? Jeez. I'm gonna take a dinner break. If you're still here, surely watch. I'll see you. Have a good dinner break. I will learn from the matter. You're gonna learn from things that are made of solids. Okay. All right. Well, so that ended up being a win with 43 seconds on the clock, and I was struggling to see what was actually a really easy checkmate, but we got it. So now let's go ahead, and we've got 6 concurrent viewers. Hello, chat. Nice to see that you're all active and talking down there. Let's see, stream health looks good. And we're gonna go ahead and start another game. Another 10-by-0 rapid. Despite some people saying that Bullet is the only one worth playing. Let's see. What's my opponent? Now I've got an opponent named Furcon763. Sounds ominous somehow. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and match the King's Pawn opening. See what he does here. But I'll probably end up in a... Oh, he's doing that Napoleon thing. This is a dubious opening, but you have to be careful. Yeah, that's a weird opening. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and play defense rather than attacking his pawn. Yeah, and so he's going for the instant checkmate as though I don't see exactly what he's doing. So we're gonna go ahead and put the knight up there and come on out with the bishop. I see someone complaining about the last game that I didn't see the checkmate. If you're so superior, you can go ahead and stream and show everyone how great you are. Go right ahead. Let's see here. Now I'm going to go ahead and castle. And that was not a good move, my friend. You shouldn't have done that. Okay, so you're pinning this pawn. That means he's planning to come over here. He's planning to come over here. So my bishop has to go like this. Oh, it's not actually pinned yet. I should have just taken it. That might not have been the best idea. But in any case, I prevented the checkmate. Okay, so now we go ahead, take that pawn, and let's see what he does here. He hasn't taken any of my pieces yet. He should probably, there you go. Now, we develop the queen. Do we develop the queen? I need to get this bishop out. So we're gonna go ahead and actually do, yep. What did I just do? Okay. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get the queen up here. But your name is Music. You said you thought I was a pro. Did you read the description of the stream? I don't know if people actually do that or not. I just create one every time, but I don't know if people actually read the descriptions. I'm guessing that they don't. Let's go ahead and dispense with that pawn. And see what my opponent wants to do. Okay. So you're going to be like that. I see. Which means I come up here. No, I don't. You pinned that one. Good job. You pinned the pawn I need right now. Okay. What do I want to do exactly? I don't want to just give up that knight. And I also don't want to lose my queen. So how would I like to proceed? I can go down. What if I do that? That's probably not a good idea. Well, I'm up by 2 pawns. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that to start with, and then figure out this problem I have with, okay. Interesting choice. He could have handled that in a way that would have worked out much better for him, but I'll take it. All right. So he's going for the quasi checkmate attack again here, and he's got me pinned there. So all we need to do let's see, I don't like this pin. I could just move my king, but is that an immediate solution? Because then if he comes down here, I'm gonna end up losing a piece I don't want to lose. So I would go like this, or he would go like this, I would go like this, he would go like this, I would go like this, he would go like this, and my king would be over here, and so that would be really bad for me. So instead, we're gonna come over here and threaten that bishop. Like he's got a strong position, but he's got a material disadvantage. Well, I guess it's only about 2 pawns that he's down. But we'll just see what he can do. He definitely has a better position than I have. Okay, so he just hung, looks like he just hung his bishop, but this is a checkmate though. So I have to go like this to prevent checkmate. Yeah, he's looking at checkmate just right here. So that's, I believe, my best opportunity to actually block that checkmate is just to move that pawn. And now he's probably going to figure out something about protecting that bishop. You want to keep your bishop, or are you going to keep trying to force a checkmate that you don't actually have? Okay, I see what you're doing there. I'm gonna move that pawn and hopefully he doesn't see the sniper. Come on down, come take this pawn. Come on, take the pawn. Come on. Okay, apparently he doesn't. Okay. So, really, he decided the best way to respond to that was to sacrifice his rook to a bishop. Okay, dude. Because now I can take that knight or that bishop. I actually feel like the bishop is the better take. Like I could go here or I could go here. I don't know if I'm gonna open up my H file that way though. Yeah, I think I need to take the bishop. No, because then he gets me, then I lose my knight, whereas here I just lose a pawn. I could also just counterattack, threaten his rook. Like, what's he really gonna do? I think I'll just go ahead and threaten the rook. He already lost one rook. Yeah, he got way too focused on that attack, and now he's vulnerable to a back rank. Like, go ahead and try to protect your... Okay, man. You got me there. Let's see. Because now I can't even do the back rank attack that I was talking about. Okay, I kind of hosed that up, didn't I? I need to get rid of this crap. Just doing it. Wow, he didn't take my knights. So what's he thinking about with that? Put me in check. Oh, he's gonna fork my queen with my, okay. Fork you, buddy. That is not happening. Nope. Yeah, he wants to go right here and fork me. I would just take though. Take, but then he would have a discovered check. Yeah, that's bad news all the way around. I need to move my queen. So we're gonna go right about here. What are you gonna do, man? I've got 5 points of material on him, but I've been playing defense this entire game. He's had good pressure on, but he's not, like, I've made one blunder where I ended up exchanging a bishop for a pawn. Now his rook is threatened again. Oh, that was your fatal mistake, my friend. I think we got him here. He can just block with the queen. I take the queen and it's game over. Yep. Checkmate. All right. Giggity goo. Let's see here. I'm going to do one more match, and hey, somebody gave me a like. Much appreciated. I wish it showed me on here whether I'm getting subscribers or not. I really like getting subscribers for my streams. They tend to be the most engaged and interesting people. But I do produce chess content on top of actually doing these lives. I do these lives like 3 times a week. This is the first time I've done one during the day like this, but if you check out my channel, I've got a new video there about the Scandinavian defense for anyone who's interested. But I'll go ahead and start another match here. And then I'm going to go back to work. I'm an Uber driver. I'm just streaming chess on my break. All right. And okay, me first. Here we go. So my rating is now at 936. Wow. So this person is new. Their rating is actually undetermined. So they could be really good or really bad. We'll see, but it's unlikely to be a skill match given that they're a new player. Okay, so they're doing the Petrov, which means I'm going to do the Scotch. Huh, they're playing really fast, and they just hung their bishop. Why would you play that fast like it's bullet chess? Okay, so what are they going to do? Fork my queen and my rook and lose their knight in the process? Like, I guess you can take that piece all you want. But you actually need to... Here, I'll show you how to do what you were trying to do, buddy. You go out here. Oops. You can have that. Ah. All right. So not going to work out like I was imagining. We're going to go back over here. Develop the bishop. He wants to trade queens for some reason. Not sure why you would do that when you're losing. Oh, now you forked. Okay, now I get it. All right, now you're not losing, and I am. But your knight's trapped down there for the time being, so we're gonna go ahead and just go like this. Two can play this little game. All right, so I could do some trading here where I'd get a rook and a pawn, but lose a knight and a bishop. Do I really want to do that? Because no, I just don't. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just do development like an adult. We're gonna come out here. And we're just gonna make sure his knight stays trapped down there in the corner, so he's really only like 1 point of material ahead. And yeah, why would you do that? I'm just gonna go here. There goes my other rook. Oh, I'm batting 1,000 here. Let's see. Want to trade rooks, buddy? See if he wants to trade rooks. What do you want to do? All right, so he's protecting his knight there. Apparently unconcerned with the fact that I'm taking his rook. Okay. And now he's letting me have my bishop back. And taking this pawn. All right, and then I lost my knight. All of his pieces are on my back rank. Let's see. Well, I guess we can just go ahead and do this. And then we'll come over here. Okay, go ahead and do that. Now we'll get a discovered attack like this. And then we'll come over here. He's still up on me by 4 points though, but it's all buried on my back rank. All right, and now we'll come over here. Just be bothersome, I guess. All right, take that. Now he's only up by 1 point of material. And he's putting me in check. What a sweetheart. Let's see. I could go like this and just block it and be protected by my knight here. Or I could do it the other way and come over there with my knight and just block it. Or I could just move. What I just move? See, the problem here is he might get his knight out. So, can't really have that. I'm gonna go ahead and just move out of the way. He'll just put me in check again, but I'm just gonna go over here. Okay. You wanna trade, buddy? Yeah, you didn't think that one through, did you? All right. Now he created the opportunity for me to fork him. This guy, he had such a good attack, it seemed like at first, and he just completely melted down. Like, now you've got a knight and 3 pawns, dude. He resigned. Okay. Well, that was the last game for me for right now. Yeah, I was intimidated at first by that game, but he just melted down. So yeah. But I appreciate everybody coming on to the stream. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you like, so you get notified of my future streams. I do this, like I said, a few times a week. I've also got long form videos on the channel. I'm producing more and more of those as I learn more about chess. I'd love to have you as subscribers, and in the meantime, take care. Awkward, taking too long to stop.